Hi guys, it's Nika, and today we are back with the Hills family because after I created them last week, I thought to myself, why not create the home where Nina grew up? And so here we are. Today I'm building that house, and yeah, I might tell you something more about the family, even though I didn't really prepare a script this time, so it will likely be very messy, but yeah, I hope you'll enjoy. So firstly, I would like to say I built this house in Newcrest. However, for this video, pretend it's the suburbs of San Myshuno because I did say that Nina grew up in San Myshuno. However, I've always imagined that her family doesn't live in an apartment. I've always thought of it like she's from like a good suburban neighborhood, and yeah, she's kind of a black sheep in that neighborhood because I don't know, I mean, I've never been to like American suburban neighborhood. I've never been to America, but like I imagine a certain type of people living there, and she just doesn't fit in with them, or she wouldn't fit in with them. So yeah, for this video, pretend that this is not Newcrest, pretend it is the suburbs of San Myshuno. And as for the building process here, I had an idea. I had sort of this house in my head that I wanted to do in The Sims as well, but then I didn't really know how to make it work, so then I just started adding random shapes and random stuff, and I hoped for the best, which at the end I feel like I do like the shape of the house. I really like it. It turned out quite nice. It's nothing too crazy, but yeah, I really like how the exterior and the shell turned out. Same with the, what's it called? I'm forgetting words that I say in almost every single video. Oh, floor plan. I'm also very happy with the floor plan, even though it's kind of weird that Nina's room is smaller than the hallway. I feel like it should be the other way around. The hallway should be very small and Nina's room could be a bit bigger. But I wasn't really sure how to make it work without making her brother's room a little bit bigger again. And like his room is already massive. Like I think he has the biggest room in the house if we're not counting the living room and the kitchen. So yeah, I didn't want to do that, and also I didn't want to give her the room right by the door, the front door I mean, because I feel like her dad would he would want her, if she comes home, he would want her to, go through the whole house, go through the living room, so that he would know when she comes home and all. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's kind of how, well, I mean, my parents didn't do it on purpose, but to get to my room in our apartment, I have to go through the entire apartment basically. And my parents' bedroom is right by the door. And when I was younger, they always used to joke about how if I will ever, or when I will bring home a boyfriend, they will instantly know and they will instantly meet him and get to know him because I will have to walk through the living room. So I kind of remembered this joking around. In the end, I never brought home a boyfriend or a girlfriend or anything because I don't really meet too many people. We already know that. And same with Nina. I don't think she fell in love with anyone before Jacob, and even then it's not really love. They are not like love. They are like besties, but better than besties. I don't know how to explain a queer platonic relationship. Like, I understand what a queer platonic relationship is, but if you asked me to explain, or if you asked me how I see it, how I would define queer platonic relationship, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, I know deep down, but I wouldn't be able to tell you. So yeah, so Nina ended up with the smallest room in the house. Maybe even the bathroom is bigger. Yeah, I said that her parents weren't, or like her dad and her stepmom, I know I said they weren't exactly evil people, and she just kind of rebelled against them and stuff, but maybe she has a point, because it's kind of shitty that they would give her the smallest room in the house. Oh my god. I don't know, but for some reason now this amuses me so much. So yeah, anyway, let's move on. So she's got the smallest room. Her brother Logan has the biggest room. I love her brother's room, by the way. I think it turned out so good. I'm not sure about the color scheme. I mean, I don't believe in that like boys colors, girls colors idea. But I feel like Logan would have a more traditionally boyish room, which I feel like the color scheme doesn't really reflect that, but that's my bad. I didn't realize that when I was building it. And then the living room and the kitchen and bathroom and the parents' bedroom and the hallway as well. That part of the house is very like beige and minimal tones and not very colorful. And yeah, because I feel like that would be like the style that especially Nina's dad, especially Ivan, would like, and maybe even Adrian. I think that even though I gave her a lot of colors for her outfits, I feel like when it comes to interior design, she would prefer this like minimalist, not very colorful kind of design. And I feel like those rooms turned out quite nice, although it's not really, I don't know, it's not really for me. I would probably, if it was my house, I would probably add more colors, but yeah, I tried to decorate it in a way that the parents would like it, if that makes sense. Because yeah, I'm just a Sims god or whatever. I don't like calling myself a Sims god. That's kind of weird. But yeah, it's we are pretending that the parents decorated the whole house. Well, except for the kids' bedroom, because I feel like they tried to give their children some, I don't know, some independence. They let them choose what they would like in their rooms. So that's why Nina's room is purple and there's this brick wallpaper and why it's all purple and black. I don't know why I felt like repeating that, but I just didn't realize that I already said it like a second ago. So yeah, that would be the house. Not sure if I can say anything about the backyard or like the front of the lot, other than I like how it turned out, especially the front of the house. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. I really like how that turned out. And yeah, that's probably all about the house, I think. So, as for the characters, once again, I know that I didn't really focus on Adrian too much in the Create a Sim video, so maybe we could talk more about Adrian. So, Adrian and Ivan met not too long after Ginger, aka Nina's biological mom, passed away, and they actually started off as friends. Ivan wasn't really going to date her. It wasn't like, well, he was still kind of not ready for a relationship. And yes, I know I said that his and Ginger's marriage wasn't exactly happy, but I don't know. I feel like there were some communication problems and Ivan wanted to sort them out, but he didn't really have the time to do that. He believed they could once again be as happy as they used to be before the marriage, when they were in uni and all. And when Ginger passed away, he had some regrets and he wondered if he also did some things that were wrong and if there was a way for their marriage to be better and if he should have been a better husband and so on and so on. And he wasn't really ready to start dating as soon as Ginger passed away. Even though, yeah, on one hand he wanted to solve the communication issues, and on another he as well considered divorce, just like Ginger, who, as I said in my previous video, in the Create a Sim video, I said that she was kind of thinking, well, when Nina is a bit older and she understands it a bit better, she sort of wanted to go out and find another man and get a divorce and solve it all, but she felt like for now, when Nina was very, very little, she wouldn't want to complicate it for her. She wouldn't want to, I don't know, maybe she felt like it would, like, I don't know, traumatize her or something. I'm not sure if traumatized is the right word to use here, but yeah, she felt like it's not the right time for the divorce just yet, and that it will come in the future. And similarly, Ivan was like, well, either we solve this or one day we are going to divorce. And yeah, in the end, they didn't even get to have a divorce because of Ginger's illness. Yeah, I should have prepared a script for this because I can feel myself slipping into rambling. So anyway, back to Adrian. So they became friends. They met shortly after Ginger passed away. They became friends. They had a lot in common. I would say Ivan and Adrian had a lot more in common than Ivan had with Ginger. And then they started dating a few months after that. And for a long time, it was kind of a secret because Ivan didn't want to tell Nina because he knew how much she loved her mom and how her mom was basically an angel to her, and like how he felt like, and in the end he was right. He knew that Nina wouldn't accept any other woman by his side. So it took them a few years to come out about their relationship to Nina, and yeah, she didn't take it well, even though Ivan was like, well, now she is a bit older, she's gonna understand. Nope, she didn't understand. And she made it clear from day one that Adrian is not welcome and that she will never replace Ginger as her mom. But Adrian tried her best for Nina to accept her. She tried all the different tricks to get Nina to like her. Well, calling it tricks, that sounds actually like really weird, like she was trying to manipulate her or something. No, she was genuinely trying to get Nina to like her, and she personally did like her in the beginning. I feel like it kind of changed over the years because, you know, after she and Ivan got married and Nina was still stubborn and she was making it clear that she still hates Adrian and that she will never like her and that she will never see her as a part of the family, but rather some stranger who took her mother's place. Later on, I feel like Adrian kind of gave up as well and just accepted that Nina was a bit ungrateful, and yeah, their relationship never was good. And I feel like now Nina kind of regrets not giving her a chance, and she can see now how mean she was to her. I think I've said something like this in the other video, but yeah, even though she probably will never really like her and she will never replace Ginger's place, and Nina will never be a big fan of Adrian, I think she regrets being so mean to her. I feel like if she could do it all over again, she would want their relationship to be a bit more neutral, I would say, something like that, yeah. Oh, and I haven't even told you what Adrian's job is. So, Adrian works at a high school as well, but she doesn't work at the same high school as Ivan does. And while Ivan is a teacher, Adrian actually stopped teaching a few years ago because she felt like it's not really for her anymore. She felt like she couldn't really connect to the kids the way the teacher should connect to those kids. Well, kids, they are teenagers, they are in high school. But yeah, so she wanted to leave, but also she was kind of confused. She wasn't sure if she really wants to quit education, because she still liked it there, and like the people who worked at that school, and everything about her job was amazing, but it was just the teaching part that she felt like isn't really for her. And so she talked to the principal about what she could do and how she's kind of confused and she's not sure if she should stay there or if she should go. And he offered her the job of his personal assistant. I'm not sure if that's what you call it, but yeah, she's like the principal's assistant. She's helping with the administration and running the school and everything. And yeah, she really enjoys her job like that. As for Ivan, did I say what he's teaching or not? Maybe I have, but I'm just gonna repeat that. Ivan teaches Simlish and Simlish literature and stuff like that. And after school, he's running a creative writing club for those who are interested. And yeah, and also he's like a huge nerd for old Simlish, from medieval Simlish literature and stuff like that. And his students know, because he's always, even if they are not talking about medieval literature, he will always somehow end up there, and he will be telling them fun facts about medieval Simlish literature, even if it's completely off topic, and even though the students don't really appreciate it. And yeah, we had a few teachers like that too. They always went off topic, and they were saying quite like interesting things, but we were too young to appreciate it. And now I'm like, you know what, they were actually quite, I don't know how I would say it, but we should have listened more, because they were telling us some very interesting stuff. Anyway, so yeah, that would be Adrian. I'm not sure if I want to say anything else about her, or if I can even say anything else about her. I can't really think of anything else that I could. So that's Adrian. That's a little bit about Ivan again. So let's talk more about Logan. So yeah, I've already introduced him as Nina's annoying little half-brother that she never asked for, that she never wanted. And he is kind of a troublemaker, not just in relation to her, but also in general. And I feel like his parents are very upset that he didn't turn out to be like a studious, smart type like them, and that he has more in common with Nina than they would like. He's always getting in trouble with his friends. He's always pulling pranks and getting into fights, and yeah, they're not very happy about that, especially Ivan. And Ivan, I would say, is quite tired, because he felt like after Nina, who also from the very beginning of her life, she kind of was more of like a wild, rebellious type and never grew out of it. He felt like maybe, well, he always thought that it was sort of like Ginger's fault, because out of the two, she was also like the more rebellious, outspoken, confident, self-assured one, and he was the one who followed the rules more and was obedient and stuff like that. So he kind of expected Logan to be more like him. And no, somehow even Logan turned out sort of, yeah, rebellious and all that. Logan is also very good at video games. He really likes that. His parents don't really see that as a real skill, but there's no denying that Logan is very, very good in video games, and he would like to have a career in like esports or something like that, which again, his parents don't really see that as a real job, as a real skill. So they tried to get him into sports, which, I mean, he goes to those sports clubs. He tries to play football and baseball and I don't know what else. Well, maybe he's switched a few sports in his life, in his short life. Well, no, this is not me confirming that Logan is dead. He's not dead, or is he? I don't know. But like, he was like 10 when the accident happened. And yeah, in those first 10 years of his life, he tried out a few sports. He didn't really like any of them, but he keeps going to those sports clubs that his parents pick for him, because yeah, he actually made a lot of friends there. And even though a lot of times the instructors call his parents and are like, your son is trouble, he doesn't listen, he's not that good at sports. Yeah, he likes going there for the people, but he doesn't really like the sports itself, if that makes sense. So yeah, so you would think that maybe he would get along with Nina because they have a lot in common, but no, they hate each other. They absolutely despise each other. And it's kind of Nina's fault because she never really warmed up to Logan, and she was mean to him from day one. When he was born, she was like, that's an ugly baby, I hate him. And yeah, she was always mean to him, and so Logan thought, you know what, I'm gonna learn from you and I'm gonna use your own weapons against you. And I'm not sure what I'm saying, but yeah, it was kind of war between them. But now, after the accident, Nina regrets that, and she wishes she had been a bit nicer to him, a bit kinder, and she hopes that he is alright. And again, I know what I just said like a few minutes ago. At first it sounded like a confirmation that he's dead, and then I took it back and it sounded like a confirmation that he's alive. I'm not gonna tell you what his current state is, whether he's dead, whether he's injured, whether he's alright. Yeah, you just will have to wait and see. Maybe we will learn that in the Let's Play what had happened to him. Maybe we won't. I'm not sure. No, genuinely, I'm not sure what Logan's fate is, because Nina stormed out of there right after the accident. Because yeah, she was rampaging, but when she realized she hurt her little brother, it was like for a moment she got some sense back, some common sense back, and she was like, I need to get out of here now. So she ran away as a werewolf, and yeah, she's not sure how her parents or how her dad and Adrian took it. Because technically there was no indicator that she hurt Logan. From what they saw, from what her parents saw, there was a wolf in Nina's bedroom and there was injured Logan on the floor, and Nina was nowhere. And after the accident, she never came back. And I feel like the possibility that their daughter was the wolf, I feel like that wouldn't really cross their minds, because they don't really believe in the supernatural. But at the same time, she feels like they somehow connected the dots and realized that the wolf being there and Nina never coming back home after that, she feels like they somehow connected that it's related. And maybe they didn't really come to the conclusion that, oh my god, Nina was a werewolf. They just... yeah, they couldn't really figure out how it could be related, but it's related. And I feel like I'm rambling. I'm not sure if this last part made sense, but I hope it did somehow. I've been talking for a long time, so I'm just gonna go now. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you liked a bit more facts about Nina's backstory and about her life at home before she ran away. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. If you have anything nice to say, don't forget to subscribe and check out my other social media. I love you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Whoa, I said time really weird and not like how I usually say it. Anyway, yeah, I love you guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone!